All right, let's get started. Thanks everyone for joining us here today, making some time. I know everyone has a busy day, so we really appreciate you making some time. Pretty sure you'll learn something new and come away something useful that you can use in your everyday life using Salesforce. So this is the Salesforce Lightning Pro Tips and Power User Secrets webinar. I'm going to cover some really cool tips and tricks to boost your team's productivity within Salesforce. Even folks who have been around the platform for years will learn something new. I know I have. My name is Daniel Rudman. I head up the CX team here at Gruve. But the main person today is Rob Thomason. He's our senior Salesforce architect at Gruve and Salesforce Jedi slash guru slash sensei. I know I learn new things from him every day, and you can really see his passion and experience come across. So we'll leave a few minutes at the end for a Q&A. Also, the session will be recorded and we'll share that. And of course, let us know if there's any other questions or anything you want us to follow up with. But without further ado, over to you, Rob.
Hey, thanks, Daniel. And so good to see everyone here. I know a lot of familiar faces from my past and current and probably some future too. So why don't we get going? Yeah, again, guys, hope you learned some new stuff today. As Daniel said, I've been in the ecosystem for, golly, 13 years, I think. So I'm kind of a geek with all this. I don't know if I'm a sensei or a Jedi master, but I think just a big geek. So this stuff's fun to me. Yeah, we'll get going, guys. Is everyone seeing my screen okay? Daniel, everything good? Look good?
Absolutely.
Cool. All right, guys. So we'll get going here. And we'll blast through this. And as Daniel said, we'll leave some time at the end for some questions. But again, guys, feel free to ask. And again, hopefully you learned something. And feel free to sprinkle in some stuff at the end if you guys have some tips and tricks. The beauty of Salesforce, if you know me, one of my favorite cliches is plagiarism saves time. I love to plagiarize ideas. You guys do too. So let's keep those ideas flowing. Big thing about Lightning, guys, and it's one of the first places to start. If something doesn't look right to you, doesn't look right to a user, always make sure in the top left, this little waffle, Rubik's Cube, app launcher, whatever you want to call it, make sure you're in the right place. For us, it's sales. My previous orgs, I just put most everything in the sales app, right? You should only have to do this maybe once. Salesforce does push out seasonal updates and it will flip this. But in general, for us, make sure it's sales. Your org may be totally different, but just always start here. If something doesn't look right, doesn't act right, make sure you're in the right spot. And it's pretty simple. You just click on this little Rubik's Cube, type in the one you need. Obviously, we're already in sales, but we'll just go back there. So again, it's a first thing that always trips up people, especially maybe it's a seasonal update. Also, if you get a new laptop, a new MacBook, whatever it is, sometimes it'll flip this to something totally different and things just won't look right. So it's kind of like your home, right? So anyway, we'll keep going here, guys. Navigation pane. Another cool thing about Lightning, this can look and feel any way you want it to. It doesn't have to be the way it is out of the box. Your administrator will set up these objects the way they want them to and what the ask has been, but you can make this look the way you want it to. Maybe some people are alphabetically minded, so you need to see accounts first. Guys, you can click and drag these around in any order you want. Home doesn't have to be home. Home is simply the first tab that's here, but it doesn't have to be the word home. Right now, I've got these dashboards in here just to show you guys this stuff. But again, you can drag these around, make them alphabetical, make them unalphabetical, whatever works for your brain and your eyes. There's also a dark mode of Salesforce. If your eyes see dark, it can flip the colors, flip the panels. So that's also available. It's just a Google Chrome plugin. So some people like that. So that's there, guys. We'll keep moving here.
That's amazing. I've never known that you can drag and drop them, but so intuitive once you see it.
Yeah, it's so slick, and some people find this by accident, right? That you can do that, but it's there. Another cool feature, guys. Let's say you're a CS leader and you need to keep an eye on a certain account, and you don't want to go look for it every time. Guys, you can make it a favorite within Salesforce. I know Chrome has its bookmarks, other browsers have their bookmarks, but Salesforce has a really cool thing called favorites. And let me just show you that. So again, the scenario is you're a CS leader and there's an account you need to keep an eye on and you don't want to go searching for it every time. And you want to keep your browser bookmarks clean as well. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So the account we want to look at is this Express Logistics and Transport. And I'm a CS leader. I need to keep an eye on this account. I'm going to make a favorite. If you're a Dallas Cowboy fan, the star probably looks familiar to you, although Super Bowl wins don't, but at least the star does, right? So click on the star, make it a favorite. Now, this is now favorited, and it's in your favorite list, as you can see here. Click on this pencil, add more items. It will default to favorites. You can also go to all and add more stuff, right? Again, your admin sets up the objects, but you can keep adding more and taking away if you want. So we're going to add this to our favorite list, add it. And in this little widget here, you can click and drag it around the same way you can do at the top. It's just another way to do it. And we're going to take this a little bit further, guys. Do you see how big Express Logistics and Transport is? It would take up a lot of space. Let me just show you. It would take up a lot of real estate on your tab list here. See how big that is? I'm going to show you a cool way to change that. So go back to your pencil. Go back to your pencil here and delete it. And you're not changing any record. You're just changing the way it looks to you. So don't worry about messing up someone else's screen. So what you do is you right click, emoji symbols. And because this is a logistics company, maybe we do a truck. If I could spell truck, that would help, right? So let's go truck. Now watch how much less real estate that takes up. So now it's a truck, right? So not only does it take up less real estate on your navigation pane, it's easier for your eyes to spot. Previous firm, we had a lot of business in EMEA and a lot of pharmaceutical business in EMEA. So we did a pill and an EU flag, right? So that report was our EU pharmaceuticals. And again, it takes up a little bitty space. And guys, you can do this for accounts, opportunities, leads, anything that's an object, a report, a dashboard, anything that's a real record. You can make it a favorite and use that emojicon thing there, right? I'm just a geek. I like changing things up. I just think it's efficient. Again, less real estate on your navigation pane, and it's really slick, guys. So that's just another cool tip and trick, another Easter egg, as some people call it. Another cool thing you can do is in the bottom left, your administrator can add a thing called a utility item. So I did recent items because I know sometimes you start clicking through Salesforce, you're on opportunities, contacts, leads, accounts, and you forget where you came from. So the back button in your browser is great until it's not. This Salesforce has already thought of that. So they have these recent items. So you can go, oh, that's right. I was on Edge. I was on this account or this opportunity, whatever it is. You can go to your recent items. Just another way to make you faster. And our brains can only hold so much and you forget where you came from. And you can just click right back to where you came from, which is really slick, guys. Some more cosmetics in here. And again, guys, I know that a lot of stuff is cosmetics, but it will help you and maybe you can help a friend. So you see this screen and there's a lot of white. There's always going to be a lot of white. It's just the way it is, but you can help it a little bit. So in the top right, click on the little bear, or if you have your picture there, great. You have this display density. Right now we have it on comfy, which is a lot of white and less data. So if you think about it like a bedroom, right? So you've got a lot of furniture in there or a little bit of furniture and it's comfy or compact, right? It kind of makes sense. So I'm going to change this to compact and we will get a lot more stuff on the screen and a lot less white. So if you have a lot of data on your screens, you see how much more we got in, I think 2 or 3 more things from our related list in here. So again, top right, comfy, compact. I like compact. While we're in this little section here, I'm going to show you a couple other things you can do. If you go to settings, underneath your name, and then on the left, and guys, here's where you do things like your email settings, your BCC to Salesforce, some of those things you guys can do in here. They're under this little settings under your avatar or your picture. So what I want to do in here, I'm going to show you something really cool you can do. You can put your email signature in here and you can email from Salesforce from all the records. And I realize there's 100 different ways to send emails out of Salesforce. You have your automation tools, you have Einstein, you have all these other things, but I just like to stay in the UI and send emails from the UI, right? So you can do that. You can add in your email signature. I did copy paste again, plagiarism saves time. So I'm going to save that in here, click save. Some other things in here that are helpful. Your org may be using Chatter. Previous org, we used Chatter for approvals and notifications and all kinds of cool things. So Chatter is helpful if you think of ways to help and help communicate, right? So Chatter, bottom left, email notifications. You may be getting chattered and you're just not getting notified. This is just a setting, super simple, super slick, right? And at the bottom, you will see the frequency. So daily, weekly, never. And then on the groups you're in, you'll see weekly, daily, and limited. Limited means you'll probably never see it. Weekly comes on Sunday evenings. And then on every post, obviously, every post you'll get an email notification. And again, guys, these are just little settings. If things are missing, you're not seeing things, maybe a colleague isn't getting notifications, this is probably why, guys. So again, these little radio buttons are in there, pretty easy. And let's just go back to Salesforce where we came from, the front end, right? So show you some other cool things in here, guys. At the top, this little global search, it's like Google inside of your Salesforce. You can find anything in here. The problem is you can find anything. And if your org is old or you just got a lot of stuff in it, there's a lot of stuff to sift through. But there's a way you can help. So, and I'll show you another trick. I just remembered. So if you want to go search, I hate scrolling. We do it all day long. If you want to get to that search bar, yes, you can scroll back up to the top, or you can just hit the forward slash, and it will go to that, right? You guys see I was nowhere near this box and it opened, right? So just hit that forward slash and it will open this for you. Now, again, we don't want to search through everything. We want to look for something specific because in general, you're looking at an account, an opportunity, a lead, a contact, something, right? So what you do is on the left of that little window, change this to what you're looking for, an account, and you'll only show accounts. Do you guys see this? So it's really slick because it only shows you the objects you're looking for. Like McDonald's, it's a very common name. It's a very common business. So you don't want to sift through all the McDonald's. You just want to find the account McDonald's, for example, right? The other cool thing is if you're in here, you've got this little quick hover. So you can come over here without even going into the account and finding the phone number, who owns it. You can look at the opportunities, all that stuff, right? You've got a quick hover and you can go into there, guys. It's really, really slick. Let me get out of that and we'll keep moving here. Again, guys, use that hover, use these filters. Back to all. Another little tip and trick. I realize the official object of your users is called user, but in here they're called people. So it's a weird thing. I don't understand it either, but if you're looking for the user object, you won't see it. It's called people. People are where your users are. So just another tip and trick so you're not looking for things elsewhere, right? Again,
Rob,
guys. Yeah.
question. What does the follow button do?
So follow, great question. So follow, let's go back to an account. So scenario again, right? CS leader, maybe you're somewhere else in the org, right? And you want to keep an eye on account. If you think about social media, you want to be notified when something changes, something happens. This follow button will allow this record to be followed. If something changes, if someone makes an edit to it, whatever, especially like an opportunity, an amount changes, a stage changes, those things. Follow allows you to be notified when things are changing within that record. That's a great question. So yeah. So Salesforce is bringing in a lot of social media. If you think about the chatter groups, the follow, the polls, all it's pretty similar, right? So that's really slick. While we're on here, guys, let me just show you what else we did, just so you can see this. It's probably had enough time to sync. So the email, remember the email address and the signature? So here you go, guys. We added this signature in the settings, and now I can send an email from Salesforce. It already does a signature. I know it's a minor thing, but if you're sending a lot of emails out, it matters, right? So again, there's 100 different ways to send emails. I like just to stay in the record. It captures it and it's done, and you carry on, guys. Let's go to list views now. Again, Lightning has totally changed list views for the better. They're really slick. So let's go there. So here's the standard list view. This is just a silly list view I put together with some contacts out of the box. Didn't change much. Just here it is, right? The usual. Now, if you go to the right in this little square here, you can go to Kanban view. Guys, Kanban view is so powerful. Not only does it look cleaner, but guys, you can drag and drop and change contact owners. If you go to opportunities, you can change stages. See that? So hopefully you don't have a ton of opportunities you need to move around, but if you do, this is so powerful because you don't have to go to every record. You can just do this, and it's so powerful, guys. And again, if you're changing ownership, it will ask you if you want to notify. But again, guys, there's just so much power in these list views with the Kanban view. I'll go back to a regular view just to show you.
Rob, on the
Yeah.
Kanban, you know, I think it's a common scenario where validation rules might prevent
Yeah.
page change. I assume it will block that and you'll have some
Yes.
way to know. Yeah.
Yes, sir. It will respect what you've told it to do or not to do. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Yep. And then also in here, we will change this back to the standard table view. And again, as an ops person, as a CS person, whatever, a lot of times you're editing things. You can come in here and click this pencil. And guys, you can inline edit, which is really helpful too. Hopefully you're not changing it around to a lot of account names. But again, I just wanted to show you the power of the list view, the power of the inline editing. Again, it's just so powerful with the Lightning now. It just changes everything. And again, we've done this. Filters, guys. So you can come over and filter it. You can change it, right? Super simple, like a Salesforce report. That's in here. And pinning it. Like sometimes you want to pin your views. And let me just show you how to do that. So you got this all contact list, but we created that other top shelf list we wanted, and it's right here. So this little thumbtack, if you see it change, it'll go back and forth. That one's already pinned, but I'm going to pin a different one. I'm going to pin all contacts. And guys, when you go back to that, and the reason why you want to pin it is so you don't have to change it every time. So I don't want to look at all contacts every time. So I'm going to unpin this, and I'm going to pin my top shelf one. So now when I go to the contact list, and I'll show you that, the view I pinned is there, right? And it's there for me. I don't have to change it every time. And again, if you're in Salesforce a lot, these things will save you seconds. And by the end of the day, it's hours. By the end of the month, it's more hours of time you're saving, guys. So again, there's just a lot of utility items in here, a lot of things to do, tips, tricks, things I've showed you here, and they work across, right? It's not just accounts or contacts or the things I've showed you. It will work on all the objects, the reports, the dashboards, those things. And let me just show you some other cool things in here. Again, back to the favorites. Maybe this report you need to look at all the time. I'm going to show you that favoriting again because it works on all objects. I'm going to do the Dallas Cowboy star. I'm going to come in and I'm going to add more items. And we're going to add these two to our navigation pane. And guys, it works, man. It's so slick. And drag these around, make it yours. I mean, that's what I tell people all the time. Make Salesforce yours. It's your UI. It's your CRM. It's your data. Use it, change it around, move it around. You're not going to hurt anyone else's screen. It's yours. Change it up. Other cool things, guys. I've showed you the search, the little /. I'm going to show you some other cool little hotkeys. So actually, let's go, I don't know, maybe to this account, right? So editing pages, accounts, opportunities, whatever it is, there's a lot of fields, right? And sometimes you're just like, man, I need to edit this. And you're scrolling up and down. Yes, you can come over to the edit key, but also the letter E is a hotkey. So just hit the letter E. You see I'm nowhere. Watch. I'm going to hit the letter E and the editor pops up. Guys, all these little hotkeys, the / to search, the E, and then also Command or Control S, depending upon your machine, will save it. So again, Control or Command S will save. The letter E is the editor. It will open that edit screen for you. And remember, the / is our search for the top, and that's the global search. And remember, change it to your objects you're looking for, and it will cut down your search time. And remember your hover in here just to find the things you're looking for. I know I ripped through, but any questions, comments, other tips and tricks you guys have? We're open.
I don't have a question, but just a second, the list view pin, it's such a silly thing, so small, but so powerful because I can't tell you how many times folks, especially new users, have commented, you know, I don't see any records and they're on their recently viewed list view. You have to guide them to switch to. I think that's a good example of something really small, but really powerful.
Yeah. Pinning list views, it's huge. This app launcher, but yeah, it's another cliche, the devil's in the details, right? And these are the things that are going to bite you. But on the flip side, a lot of helpful stuff. So
I think we're okay. All right. Thanks, Rob. Appreciate it. And we'll be back in a few weeks. Another topic.
Right.
Thank you.
Take care, everyone. Good to see you.